They call this the death house. If Lee is electrocuted, she will be the first woman ever in the state of Florida to have gone to the chair.
This is the cell that the inmate is kept in up to 7 days prior to his execution. About 5 o'clock in the morning, he's brought out where he is shaved, his head is shaved, and his right leg is shaved. And then he is brought through this door, which proceeds down a corridor, which goes to where the electric chair is. As he's going down the hallways, he's escorted by the assistant superintendent and the correctional officer chief, and is brought in here to the actual chamber. At this point, he is seated in the chair in front of the news media witnesses and the official witnesses who are already seated in the witness area. He's brought in and put into the chair, and the straps are placed around his chest and around his lap and on his arms. And then his legs are placed into these straps and secured there. After the inmate is secured in the chair, the superintendent will check the straps and ensure that they're all in place like they should be. He will then come over to the microphone that we have here in the chamber and remove the microphone and hold it up for the inmate to make a last statement to. He'll ask the inmate, do you have a last statement? And he will either sometimes say something or sometimes won't. After that is completed, the superintendent will go over to the telephone and check with the governor's office to see if there's any last-minute stays. If he hears no last-minute stays from the governor's office, the electrode then is placed on top of the inmate's head. It's an actual cap with an electrode inside. It's secured onto his head. One of these electrodes here is then fastened onto the top of the headpiece. Another device is placed around his calf, and the other electrode is placed onto that piece. After that is completed, the superintendent will make a motion to the executioner, who is here inside the execution chamber where the executioner is. And he will nod to the executioner to go ahead and proceed with the execution. The executioner will throw a switch. The switch will start an automatic cycle starting out at 2400 volts at about 8 amps. At this point, after they have seen that it has been carried out, they observe some tendencies of the inmate when the voltage hits him to tense up. It's almost simulating as if someone was lifting weights. And that's the only motion that you see out of the inmate, is just a tensing of the muscles. After that cycle is completed, there's 2 physicians who are sitting here in the chamber who come over and examine the body to see that if the inmate is in fact dead.